so out of shape. I wouldn't even call that like a challenging workout, but I'm still out of breath. I started working out again after I played basketball this past weekend. I realized just how out of shape I am and how challenging it is to actually, do things that I did just on the normal day in high school. So I'm trying to build up my cardio and, trying to build up a little bit of strength. When I was playing basketball, I totally just ripped open my shoe. So I have been terrible at taking care of myself recently. I've gotten into this horrible habit of just ordering a delivery because, gosh, it makes it so easy now. Not working out and just not taking the best care of my body as I should. And thankfully, my parents ended up sending me this package of Epicure. I don't know if you guys know it. This isn't sponsored by Epicure, but they sent me this package of Epicure, which they do a lot of, not pre-made meals, but they have a lot of mixes that really help you with the process of actually making food. So it's a little easier and less daunting to make, a whole meal, say, like chicken enchiladas or whatever. I don't have a whole lot of their stuff, but I do really like a lot of their products, and thankfully they sent me some stuff. So that way, this might help me in actually feeling, better and easier about making my own food. One thing I don't like though about packages is just all of the packing material that you get. You need to find some way that makes it a whole lot greener and not just, green plastic. We need to get rid of the plastic. We need to stop it. All right, let's see what's in this thing. Aha, 4-in-1 spiced spoon. Sweet. Just look at all this packing material. Oh, there's something in here, shoot. Marinara sauce. So basically spices to help with making your own marinara. More marinara. Poco picante, which is salsa seasoning. The Nourish broth. All right. And then, let's see. The enchilada mix. 3 enchilada mixes. So yeah. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for all of this wonderful stuff. I probably will end up using this at some point here soon. So, last week we started talking about identity and there's just obviously so much into that. But there's something that, shoot, let me get this up. All right, here it is. So as I've been growing up, more and more I'm told by others and by society, you need to love yourself, take care of yourself. And I don't know why, but I've always struggled with the concept of loving myself, meaning I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the concept of loving myself in the terms that society and culture is telling me to love myself. I'm interested to hear what you guys think on the subject, because for me personally, I feel like when people say, oh, you need to love yourself, it almost sounds like no one else matters in the world but you. So you need to take care of you. Don't worry about anyone else, but worry about you. It almost seems very selfish to me. And no one else's cares are as important as your own. So look out for yourself. And I've never been cool with that. I've never felt comfortable with that sentence. The more and more that it's said, the more and more I don't actually agree with it. C.S. Lewis, he wrote this: "You are told to love your neighbor as yourself." How do you love yourself? When I look into my own mind, I find that I do not love myself by thinking myself a dear old chap or having affectionate feelings. I do not think that I love myself because I am particularly good, but just because I am myself and quite apart from my character. I might detest something which I have done. Nevertheless, I do not cease to love myself. In other words, that definite distinction that Christians make between hating sin and loving the sinner is one that you have been making in your own case since you were born. Love is not affectionate feeling, but a steady wish for the loved person's ultimate good as far as it can be obtained. I think he continues to go on and say that really the only person he has truly ever loved is himself, because as far as he is concerned, to love yourself should simply be you want yourself to succeed. And I think that is a better representation of what the phrase loving yourself should be. I mean, the golden rule is love your neighbor as yourself. And if we are simply looking out for ourselves and not anyone else, then we certainly are not loving our neighbor, but only ourselves. But if we want ourselves to succeed, and we love one another in that same way, then naturally we will love them as much as ourselves. And then I guess also with the thought that if we, with what I'm deeming as what culture says self-love is, it almost seems like a very stagnant place to be as well. If we are, just looking out for ourselves, then we aren't even going to really pursue self-betterment or self-improvement. If I was just simply looking out for myself, then I probably wouldn't want to change my eating habits or, trying to get back into the gym and work out or, go for runs or, better my craft and my video making, my communication skills, all of those things. It doesn't necessarily seem to go hand in hand. I think what is better is to look at ourselves in a sense of trying to improve ourselves rather than loving ourselves, because they're very similar, but the differences are very nuanced. And of course, I am not saying that you shouldn't look out for yourself. Of course you should. You should put yourself on the same level as other people, and don't denounce your own needs, but don't put yourself above anybody else. That's what I'm saying, is you shouldn't put other people in harm's way simply for your own betterment. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for joining today. I appreciate all of you. This channel is starting to grow more and more, and it is just so great to see all of you every single time that I post, and being able to talk with you in the comments, and it has been just a joy and a pleasure and a privilege to do. Anyway, I will see you next week. Soldier on. Ah!